If you grew up around Chinese families, you've probably seen this. A kid comes with a 19.2 on a test. First thing their parents says, well, it's the other age. From the outside, it looks intense, maybe a little crazy. And most YouTube videos stop right here. Chinese parents are too strict. Done. But I really wanted to understand it, not judge it. So here is the real question. Not why are Chinese parents so crazy about grades? Why does this pattern exist at all? I'm Edward. I think deeply, I speak honestly. Let's get into it. Now let me take you back, way back, 1300 years. For over 1,000 years, China had one simple rule. You take an exam, you pass, your life changes. You fail, you try again next year. Some people spend their whole life trying. And here is what made it special. It didn't matter who your father was. Didn't matter if your family had money. Didn't matter if you grew up in a tiny village nobody ever heard of. You walk into the exam room, you sit down, and the paper doesn't know your name. Pass, and then you become a government official. Your whole family rises. Think about that. For over 1,000 years, the message never changed. Study hard enough. Now, fast forward to today. No Chinese parent is sitting at a dinner thinking about ancient history. Of course not. But the feeling is still here, deep down in the language, the sayings your grandmother repeats without even thinking. There is an old phrase, all other work is low work, only studying matters. Another one, if you study well, you can serve the country. These aren't sayings somewhere made up last week. They are older than most countries on the map right now. So when a Chinese parent pushes you to study, they are not just repeating the news, they are carrying something their grandparents heard from their grandparents. 1,000 years of instinct squeezed in 2 words. Study harder. But culture is only half the story. Let's get real. Imagine you are a family with very little, no family business to pass down, no rich friends who can hook you up, no savings that let you take a few years to figure things out. What do you actually have? You've got a kid, and that kid has exams. Now look at other paths. Sports, that takes coaches, equipment, travel, and money. Art, music, same story. Starting a business, that takes capital, and even more than that, a safety net. If the business fails, who is there to catch you? By exams are different. The rules are right there for everyone to see. The scoring is open, the material is learnable. No one can look at your kid's test and say, sorry, wrong last name. For families without safety nets, this is the most clear path they have. They're not crazy about grades. They are searching for something harder to get, certainty. And when you don't have much, certainty is the most expensive thing there is. Here's something most foreigners don't know, because most countries never went through it. For decades, a huge number of Chinese families had exactly 1 child, not 4, not 3, 1. So where does all the family's energy go? All the hopes, all the money? You don't spread them across 5 kids. There's no spreading. So you get the tutoring, the after-school classes, the English lessons, the math competition training, the best school district you can afford. Every educational resource you can reach goes into one person. And here's the thing. This isn't unique to Chinese psychology. It's actually something all humans do. We all have a rule, even if we don't say it out loudly. The more you invest in something, the closer you watch the results. Buy one stock, you check it once in a while. Put all your savings in one stock. You are checking it every 30 seconds. Same with the kids. When everything you have is riding on one child's education, of course you care deeply about every single score. There is actually a video game about this. It's called Chinese Parents. You play as a parent raising one child. You schedule their tutoring. You manage their stress. You pour every resource you have into their future. And every exam result come in, you hold your breath. The game went viral in China for a reason. Millions of young people played it and thought, wait, this is my life. You are not crazy, you are invested. But let's go deeper. Let's talk about parents themselves. The parents who push hardest today, they grew up in a totally different world. We are talking about a time when a huge number of adults couldn't read, not had trouble reading, couldn't recognize their own name on a piece of paper. So if someone from your village got into college, not a top college, just any college, that wasn't a good news. That was a miracle. Back then, a university graduate had more guaranteed upward movement than many PhDs have today. One degree, life transformed. Simple. So these parents built a mental map when they were young, and it was clean. Good grades, good university, good job, safe life, tested and proven, at least in their world. Now, jump to today. The world doesn't work like that anymore. A degree isn't a magic ticket it used to be. Companies want skills that no exam tests. The road from school to career has more turns than a mountain path. But there is the thing about mental maps. They update very slowly, way slower than the world changes. These parents aren't stupid. They are not cruel, and they're not wrong to care. They're just using an old map in a new landscape. The map used to lead somewhere real. They don't know the roads have already changed. So here's the real question. Are Chinese parents actually obsessed with grades? Or is the grade just a tip of something much bigger? I think it's the second one. When your mom asks about your test score, she's actually not asking about your number. She's asking a different question. One she might not even know how to put into words. Will you be okay? Will you have a good life? Will you be safe? Will you be able to take care of yourself when I'm gone? She's asking about money security, about being respected in society, about surviving in a world that doesn't go easy on anyone. But those things are fuzzy. You can't point at them. You can't measure them. But here is where it gets interesting. The next generation is writing a different story. Young Chinese adults today, the ones who grew up inside the system, many of them are asking new questions. What about creativity? What about being able to talk to people? What about mental health? What about real skills that no multiple choice test ever checked? The conversation is changing, slowly, unevenly. Nobody's saying it's a clean revolution. Because here's something honestly I've heard. A lot of young people say they are going to do things differently. They talk about that how their kids won't grow up trapped in the same cycle. Tests, tutoring, pressure, repeat. Then the kids actually arrive again. And suddenly they are standing over the homework, noticing every score, comparing their kids to the other kids without meaning to, feeling the same tight note in their chest that their own parents felt years ago too. Not because they are bad people, not because they are lying to themselves, because they never actually stopped to ask, what's the belief built on? They just absorbed it, and what you absorb without thinking about it, you pass on without meaning to. And some of them still quietly believe, I didn't succeed because I didn't try hard enough. Maybe my kid tries harder, they will make it. So the pressure keeps going, not as a loud demand, as a quiet thing handed down. One generation passing into the next without ever saying the words out loud. Here is what I actually believe. After looking at all of this, Chinese parents are not just all the same. There's no single answer that fits every family. Anyone who tells you Chinese parents are just like this is missing the whole picture. But for millions of families across China, a kid's grades have never been about grades. They've been about opportunity, the kind of opportunity that, for over 1,000 years, only opened when you passed the test. They've been about hope, the hope that next generation gets a better life. And when that hope comes out twisted, when it looks like pressure, like too much worrying, like too many questions about number on the page. Maybe it's not because something is broken. Maybe it's because they care so much they don't always know how to show it. That's it for this one. If this gives you a new way to think about something you've seen thousands of times but never actually understood, see you in the next one.